his shoulder into the net. I believe that was a sophomore.
And you're probably not going to beat Danzy, right? Just one-on-one, so having an interference in of a pick is a good thing.
And it looks like Langley's trying to get the matchups with their short sticks, draw the poles to the crease, and work the short sticks guys who might not be the best defensive practiced guys. Again, more ground balls here.
Well, this Langley attack seems to be is more skilled than they are athletic. Do you think that's a fair assessment?
I would think so, yeah. And just by looking at that last shooter, he put the ball right where it needed to go. And they definitely have a lot of practice. That's the beauty when you go deep in the playoffs every year. You get about 3 or 4 more weeks of practice than your opponents. So all these guys that were around last year got an extra month of working out. Whether they got on the field or not, it just pays huge dividends.
Here's Danzy, coach, pressing the issue like you wanted on the slow break.
Good job. Good job. And again, now Chantilly's got to try to get one here. You're down 2-0, but they don't need to press. I hope they don't try to force something. But there's 7 wide open on the crease. That's nice stuff. But now they got to play defense because he couldn't handle the ball.
Mike Marson on the crease.
Yeah, and that's a nice look. He was wide open, and it's just unfortunate he couldn't pull that in with his left hand and get a shot to go. But I bet if he gets another opportunity, he'll at least be able to get a shot on cage.
Can't ball watch, right, Coach?
No, not at all. And I do that. Just in those 2 little sets that Chantilly had, seeing how open the guy was on the crease. If they develop a guy who can catch and bang it quick, that's just going to help them one last time. And here's a nice little ground ball by Javin Ree, it looks like. Again, bringing the ball up. Again, don't stop your feet. Keep running there. Look, he's in trouble. Nice little move there.
You got to take the body there, right, Coach? You don't want to be swinging stick.
No, never chasing stick. And nice finish. Good job, Mike Marson. Left-handed rip. And, again, that's all set up from Javin Ree getting the ground ball, being smart, getting it to your attack. A lot of times middies cross the field. Long sticks cross the field, and they're going to go to the goal or they're going to, try to force the issue. Get it to your money makers, man. Get it to your senior and let him take a chance, and now it's 2-1.
Running down the wing like that, Coach. Why did Mike put it back into his left hand?
I figure he probably saw more angle of the net to shoot at, and maybe he just recognized the defenders weren't playing him. A lot of defenders, if they're on you, you have to have it in your right hand or else you're going to get stripped. But he had a step and he looked fast. So
yeah.
And now look at this: face off, fast break. This could be huge.
Wins it clean, but you got a 4-on-3 there. You got to finish this.
Well, that's the interesting thing, with the face-off guys now. They jam it in the clamp and then flip it on the run down. You don't have as much time. Here's a nice look here. Oh, nice save by number 30.
Curtis Christian picked it up in the unsettled and banged it to Bill Leslie, who's going to Frostburg next year, Coach, but just couldn't connect on that one.
Yeah, well, that's a big save by Clay Kennedy. And again, after you let a goal in that you maybe shouldn't have on the Marson one, now he's got a big save. He's probably feeling it, and look, the defense is going to respond by bringing it down. You got to get rid of it sooner.
Do you like that? Was Brad Dotson right there, Bucknell recruit, arguably one of the best defensive.
Really good stuff. Really good stuff. And you could tell Chantilly wanted nothing to do with putting a body on him. I bet next time he comes down, though, the coaches will be telling somebody to slide, stick, and body and try to put him on the ground.
Well, if you draw that much attention right in a break, there's going to be someone open, right?
I would think so. But again, it's still relatively early in the season, and maybe they're going to fine tune that when they get more full field practices. All right, little 2-man game from Chantilly now. Setting the crease up high.
Mike Marson, good
dodge.
Yeah,
you can't. It's going to be hard to dodge from X. That guy had a great hold, and unfortunately, Marson decided to just try it into the crease, and it's an easy stop for Langley. Again, trying to come from X. It could be tough for a lot of teams this year.
Well, Langley's got a bunch of veteran long poles, right?
Exactly.
Would you want to attack their short sticks?
It depends. If you do it and you're successful. Now all of a sudden you're sending Langley a message that, hey, we're here to play and we're not afraid of going against your top guys. But in that situation there, obviously that was an easy stop for Langley.
Langley's running a lot of 2-man pick stuff from behind.
Yep. Again, and it's not a bad set when you've played a game earlier today. Try to not to limit the running up and down the field. For your guys. But again, look how spread they are. It's good stuff. a lot of the other kids playing in high school or in the youth leagues need to see how good their stick skills need to be in the top level of the northern region.
For those joining us, this is DMV Stream Game of the Week. Langley against Chantilly. Langley's up right now 2-0 against Chantilly, and I'm here with Annandale coach Bill McGlesko. Happy to have you join. Chantilly just caused the turnover.
Yeah, well, again, I guess so. You know, it could have been one of those things where when the ball was down, he maybe got a little bump there, but certainly the Chantilly fans didn't seem to agree with it. And, you know, it's tough. It's the officials do the best they can, and sometimes a call might not go your way, but you got to be able to stop that. See, again, he came from behind the goal, not a good hold there from Javin, and easy goal. You got to try to really limit a guy doing things with the stick when he's coming from behind. Get a hold on him, drive him out, make him pass.
That was Sean Kakur, the speedster midfielder from Langley, going topside, getting to his strong right hand and finishing, put Langley up 3-0. You gotta close the gate there, right, Coach?
Yeah, you do. And you know, the unfortunate thing is with the, you know, not so sure if it was a push call. You know, you went from going the other way for Chantilly to now you're down 2, because they did get that 1 goal from Marson. But a nice ground ball here. He's working. Got to be able to scoop. Too much raking, too much poking. Get your backhand down, get your nose down, scoop through it. Nice ground ball by, looks like Brian Ochoa.
Set up by Hunter Yates, big hit in the middle of the field. I've heard Coach Brewer talk about him as a hyper-aggressive long stick. You put your head down, you better watch out.
Yeah, no, you know, and you can't swat at balls, and you can't, you know, just sort of hope it rolls into your stick. You've got to go get it, and it looks like that's exactly what Ochoa did, if that is indeed number 8. Nice little stuff here again. It looks like they're just going to stay with this set, like you said, sort of a 5-man, you know, spread with 2 guys behind, and they've had some success there. Probably need to take an extra step and also, you know, fire it up to the top of the box and let one of those guys have a run on a redodge. You don't always have to shoot every time you come from behind the goal. Yep, this is a little trouble here. You might want to just let this go out of bounds, but it's not. So now it is. That's a good play.
Jack Riley right there, senior midi, turns it over for Langley. Had trouble handling the ball near the box.
Bill Leslie did a great job of I'm gonna get low and I'm just gonna knock that guy out of bounds, and that's the physicality of the sport that a lot of people forget about sometimes. You know, don't allow him to scoop it up. Get your body on him, make him go out of bounds. Nice little step here.
Mike
See if he does something smart with it.
They got a minute left, Chantilly. Oh, and they can't convert.
Yeah, a quick quarter for sure. Got a ground ball there. Pull it out. You got some time. About 40 seconds. Just
not much time left, Coach. Do you like Brad Dotson coming way out like that and bringing the body? Or do you
sure, yeah. I mean, a lot of times I don't think players are even aware of how much time's left. If the coaches are screaming short time, then maybe they'll know. But
Rolex, right? That's usually the call, right?
You know, with 40 seconds to go, you probably want to. All right, now they got the ball back on a nice little ride there.
Blown clear. Chantilly right now can attack, right, with these quick.
Well, you got 27 seconds, so I would go ahead and just make sure that Langley's not going to get the ball back. Obviously, you want to score when the opportunity arises, but get it around at least once and find your short stick matchup or your best dodger, and then take a run at him and see. But look at it, 18's pretty open on the crease, you know, and most goalies are going to have a tough time saving those. All right, going to try for a little invert here. It looks like they got the shorty matchup they want.
Colin Meehan.
Yeah, but look, Langley's just going to come right away. They're not even going to mess with it.
Flushed it right out, didn't they?
You got to go faster.
Strong right-handed tendencies from
Meehan.
Meehan.
They're not even going to get a shot off. Good stuff.
And here we go into the first quarter.
Yep, 3-1. I would have thought low scoring might be the way we would go, and you know, we might see some fireworks in the other quarters, but they certainly were feeling each other out there.
We're going to go to a break right now, but it's 3-1 right now. We're going into the second quarter. Langley leads Chantilly. Thanks for listening.
Hey guys, I'm Nick Ashew for DMVSTREAM.COM. Each week I'll be going over whatever's trending in sports in the DMV area. From the top high school plays you missed, the latest on everything in college and the pros. I'll make sure you never miss a thing. I've been in this business on both a local and national level for the past 5 years. And let's be honest, this is one of the strongest areas in the country when it comes to sports at every level. Follow me on Twitter at NickA980, and of course catch me here on DMVSTREAM.com.
Dark Graphics Screen Printing and Embroidery provides spirit packs for teams, class shirts, and group sales with original designs. Serving Northern Virginia, Maryland, and D.C. for over 15 years, Dark Graphics specialized in school and business apparel. Design your own custom shirts and apparel at www.darkgraphics.com.
Yeah, we're still going to go into the second quarter, and you know, the good thing there for both teams, I feel, is that they had some good opportunities on offense. They realized that as strong as the defenses are, there might be some holes in it. And also the defense making sure, you know, Dancy getting some ground balls, as we saw Robbie Byrne and Dotson getting some ground balls. You know, so everybody should be able to play their game. So I guess it'll come down to who's getting the face-offs and who's getting the ground balls to give more chances.
So it's going to be a possession-oriented game, Coach. Whoever has possession wins the game.
It could be. You know, both teams obviously have the ability to go on a run, and you know, coaches might want to use a timeout to stop those runs and try to stop some momentum. But certainly right now, both teams aren't forcing the issue on offense. So it might come down to who's getting the ground balls. Nice ground ball there.
Hunter Yates is a demon all over the field.
Yeah. And again, he's got to get it to the attack. The attack probably should leave the box there. Here's a nice little opportunity here. Again, he's kind of doubled, so he should roll back and get it to Ochoa. But again, look how spread they are. Uh-oh, that's going to be trouble. But that's off-white, or did we get a penalty? Yeah. So it looks like we've got our first man up of the night. Yep, slash 1 minute. And again, sometimes a team like Chantilly, their man-down unit can be even stronger than an even-strength defense.
But a team against Langley, right, a team that probably has better sticks than they do athletes, fouling is probably the last thing you want to do, right?
and you don't want to give them just that extra minute of possession. Even if they don't get a shot off, they still get to take that's one less minute you're going to have the ball. But again, they're going to get in an open set and work it around, probably have a cutter from the wing, either from 16 or on the other side too. Got to be able to handle that ball. Nice job there. Again,
when a team comes with pressure and an extra man set, Coach, how do you handle that usually?
You know, you just move it on. And if your offensive guys are not getting it done, moving to the ball and screaming out help, then you fix that at practice the next time with some sort of negative consequence. But you've got an extra man. You've got to move to the ball. You've got to scream. Pressure coming. You've got to call double.
Skip pass.
Nice job. Nice stuff there. Again, with that open set, you know, the guy cut into the crease. They have to honor him. Opens up passing lanes, and that's a nice finish from number 2. I believe that's his second goal.
Nuke Guglielmo, I think, got it. I got it to the lefty.
Yep.
Down there. Looks like.
No, it was 4. It was Dooley. Freshman attacker with a left hand. Pretty good stuff there. And hopefully they can, you know, you get the penalties, like you said, and you cash it in. That's definitely going to hurt.
Like a young Mikey Adams, Coach, the lefty for a long-time staple for Langley, who graduated last year.
Throw 17 on him. Oh, nice little break here. Again, handle that ball. All right, nothing to do, but that's all right. So now you've got a possession. And again,
do you like that, Coach?
Yeah, I think it's all right. You know, you got plenty of time still, 10:44 and plus 2 quarters. You know, and 4-1 is one of those scores. One of my former assistants used to always hate being up 4-1 because he's seen a lot of bad things happen to teams when they're up 4-1. So hopefully, you know, Langley will be able to buckle down on defense. And for Chantilly, obviously, they're going to want to try to at least, there's a penalty of their own.
Dotson got a little too physical with Mike Marson on the corner now.
Yeah, you know, and he turned his shoulders a little bit and gave up the back, so it is an easy push call. You know, get a little lower there and stay on his forearms. I don't think the ref would have thrown the flag. But, again, that's what happens when you run full speed, when you have the ball on your stick. Defenders are going to have to adjust that. And, you know, he adjusted poorly, and now they're going to be 6-on-5 for Chantilly.
Coach, how do you feel about, we have 2 of the premier defensemen in Northern Region here with Jake Danzy and Brad Dotson, and they're pretty different. You know, Dotson's about 6'7" and taller, and Danzy's kind of a squatter, you know, shorter guy. what do you kind of think is more helpful, the shorter or taller?
I
defenseman?
think with the way the big time athletes are who are starting to play lacrosse, you want to have the guy who's taller and lankier, to help cover more ground. But as we've seen, Dancy's a beast on ground balls, and he's